going straight to Ashutosh, in fact, who's joining us from Ground Zero, getting us these pictures of the entire village there. Friends, family members mourning. Ashutosh, talk to us about the scenes from what you see around you. When the news broke, a pall of gloom descended on this village, with them learning that Major Aashish Dhonchak, in fact, had died.
Well, it was very difficult, Sneha, for anyone, including the family members or even the locals, to believe that this unfortunate, untoward incident has happened in Kashmir. But eventually, when the information came from their unit and it was first informed to the family, of course, that was a painful and a moment of grief for all of them. In fact, today, when the last rite will be done here in his pattern village, Mancholi in Panipat district, so we have seen when, his mortal remains, which arrived at around 7 o'clock in the morning, and the people who turned up in a huge number to offer their respect and honor to the son of Panipat, and eventually they decided that the cremation and the last rituals will be done in his ancestor village, which is some around 7 to 8 kilometers, and usually the distance, which takes barely 15 to 20 minutes, it took around them to 3 to 4 hours to cover, more than 3 hours to cover the similar distance, and all over the particular stretches across from his newly built house. In fact, what we were told that inauguration of the house that Major Aashish was planning to shift with his family on 20th of October, which is the same day as his birthday. And the family was very excited that they had several plans that Aashish will be coming on a vacation for a month at least, and they'll be shifting to the new house. There was a grand plan to celebrate, their major birthday. But then this untoward incident happened, and all of a sudden, the moment of happiness, the moment of joy, everything turned out into this. And we have seen, literally this is a moment when he has left his old parents, wife, and a 2.5-year-old daughter. And throughout the stretches, the flowers were, being showered by all across these stretches where the mortal remains passed through across Panipat for more than 3 hours. And every minute we have only seen adding the numbers of the vehicles with the locals carrying the national flags, sloganeering for him. But of course, there is an anger, and but it's also a moment of sorrow for all of them. They have lost their son, and more it is loss for the family. No compensation can heal the wounds of the family. But as I spoke to the mother, when she said that I won't cry with no tears in my eyes, I gave my son to the country, and he gave a supreme sacrifice. And we know the India always value the supreme sacrifice. 3 officials, top officials, including Major Aashish from Haryana, who sacrificed his life for the nation. And as we see the difficult terrain where your enemy, the terrorists, having advantage of hiding on a high ridges in totally, thick forest in a Pir Panjal range. And in that advantage, it is often said the ratio is always 1:10. And exactly how we have seen the similar such cases during the Kargil war. And here the advantage that the terrorists took, that despite knowing the repercussion, the threat which was 1:10, these 3 officials did not care for their life. They somehow reached to the den of those terrorists where they were hiding. And the moment they find out hiding, this incident happened. And exactly now, as the people got to know, within hours the news spread. And here you see the people in a huge number turned out to offer their respect and honor to Haryana's this son, Major Aashish.
Major Aashish Dhonchak, who laid down his life for the nation. Ashutosh's mother and his wife are leading this procession. Just talk to us a little about that. Ashutosh, if you can hear me, I was in fact asking you about the fact that his mother and his wife, whom he's left behind, are leading this procession.
Entire family, all the family members, all the relatives were all along. In fact, the administration even offered that they will be made, some arrangements that the family should reach here, this village. But they wanted to see, when the mortal remains of his son were being taken through Panipat stretches, and the kind of honor and respect the entire city, this Panipat, the entire region of Panipat turned out in a huge number. How could family even miss this? They all wanted to be part of it. Every minute they wanted to spend this time with their son. Of course, he was supposed to arrive on 23rd of October for a month, but he came in a coffin. And anyone can understand this moment and this tragedy and the pain of this, losing their biggest asset, the son of a family, one and only son, who left 3 sisters now, parents who are quite old, and a 2.5-year-old child. A child perhaps doesn't even know that what has happened in the family, but later, gradually, with the time, she will get to know and eventually feel proud of his father. Exactly how the mother of Major Aashish has been saying that she won't cry. She feels proud of his son's supreme sacrifice. And here you see the villagers, the locals, the people from Panipat, relatives, family members, close family members, friends, and many of them who never even heard about Major Aashish before have come out to offer respect to Major Aashish in a huge number in his village. Now here the state protocol and the honor being given, and then the army protocol of the last respect will be offered. The entire family, along with all of the neighborhood, the villagers, everyone who knew or everyone who did not know Major Aashish are here in his village at this moment.
India's #1 political reporter
defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.